MAGA Republicans are dialing up the conspiracy theories about Taylor Swift, following a report the Biden campaign is courting her endorsement. Now, in a piece on Monday, the New York Times wrote that Swift's name was on an endorsement wish list drafted by Biden aides.
Obviously.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't you want Taylor Swift to endorse you?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so this prompted a wave of outrage from the far right-wing voices, many of them already critical of Swift for her previous endorsement of Democrats and for her public relationship with Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce, who is a vaccine supporter. Oh my God.
I kind of have a problem, though, with the hardcore Taylor Swift fans. This is a little bit what idolatry, I think, looks like, and you're not supposed to do that. In fact, if you look it up in the Bible, it's a sin.
The Pentagon PSYOP unit pitched NATO on turning Taylor Swift into an asset.
She's the perfect vehicle to go to those low propensity white liberal women. We can do this as well. We don't have a Taylor Swift on our side, but you know who we have? We have Kid Rock, we have Ted Nugent, we have influencers, right? We have all these people, John Voight.
She's going, let's effing go. If I heard that and my son was dating a girl who has a mouth like a Teamster, that's it.
We both said that we were cheering for the opposite team, the Ravens, to beat out the Chiefs just because we have had enough of Taylor Swift.
Don't get involved in politics. We don't want to see you there.
Major League Sports, in and of itself, is nothing but a psyop. Get kids plugged into the cycle of going to public indoctrination camps, playing sports for their school, and going to games.
Okay.
By the way,
wait a minute. The
things.
first guy saying this is really bad. It's idolatry.
It's idolatry.
Can you imagine idolatry?
Irony.
I can't think of
it.
Irony.
Oh my God.
Talk about like.
Who would know about that?
Kicking a
pot,
dead horse.
kettle, pot,
yeah,
kettle.
Idolatry,
definitely.
and then manners.
Yes.
This from
Incredible.
Yeah.
Very worried about potty mouths.
Yeah.
Oh,
my gosh.
Suddenly.
How dare she?
A lot of pearl clutching.
How dare she?
A lot of
All
fanning
right.
couches on those networks.
It's not just Trump supporters who are talking about Taylor Swift, according to three sources who spoke with
good
Rolling
Lord.
Stone. Trump himself recently claimed in private that he was, quote, more popular than the music star, and that his fans were more committed than hers.
Well, I
and
mean, our fans won't actually kill four cops.
No, they won't do insurrections.
They won't
it's true.
try to take the government over, if that's what you mean.
If you're gauging commitment,
they won't take American flags and turn them into spears and spear law enforcement officers. If that's what you're talking about,
you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Also, he's reportedly complained about Time Magazine's decision to name her Person of the Year. He doesn't like that, saying it made no sense that he was not selected.
I think that's really funny the way this story is sourced in a really hilarious way, which is also like, a person close to Trump and another person familiar with the matter said. It's like, it makes some matter here. Like national security. Hey, Donald Trump is insecure about how famous he is, and whenever there's anybody who's more famous who gets on the cover of Time magazine, he gets mad. That's, and the sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Court will be in session today, somewhere.
Well, wait, the 31, it's the 31st, right?
I do think it's a
the judge had
distraction.
said he would have the decision that it's not firm. He doesn't have to give.
Which one is this?
This is immunity.
Which one is this?
No, this is
which one is this?
250 million.
Civil case in New York. The judge. There's nothing that says the judge has to decide today, but he's kept every other deadline he's imposed.
Which one?
This is the civil case in New York.
The fraud
Case.
I like how we make it ask the question. Which
why
one
they
is
would
this?
wanna-
Which judge? I can't.
My point is exactly why they want to
talk.
talk about Taylor Swift and make up this fake stuff.
I know.
Because honestly, folks on Fox News and all those other networks there, they can't talk about E. Jean Carroll. They won't cover it. If they do, it's a glancing mention. They can't talk about the legal woes facing this former president because it messes up their entire money-making narrative.
Well, I mean,
so they have to go after Taylor Swift.
I mean, they did. I'm sure they have, but they certainly didn't when it was like in breaking news mode at 5 o'clock on Friday, which is fascinating.
When
Fox,
the story actually broke.
Fox Sports host though,
Cowherd,
Colin Cowherd. Took down the deep-seated misogyny that he thinks is driving much of this.
There's a lot of really weird, lonely, insecure men out there. The fact that a pop star, the world's biggest pop star, is dating a star tight end who had one of his greatest games ever, and a network puts them on the air briefly, that it bothers you, what does that say about your life? Judge people sometimes on the silly stuff that bothers them. It'll tell you a lot about them. When I hear this whole thing about Taylor Swift, I just want to watch football. Liar, you're lying. That's not true. A football telecast is not just football. In fact, the commercials for 4 hours before the Super Bowl will be widely watched. Did you know statistically in a 3.5-hour NFL playoff broadcast or regular season broadcast, just 18 minutes are actual football? And we have the data, we have the numbers. You don't turn away. There's coaches cutaways. They show fans in Buffalo on fire, commercials, reviews, 18 minutes of real football. For the record, about the length of 5 Taylor Swift songs. Listen to the